Hey, it's Michael with BMF Rocks. I was getting a lot of questions on the lift kit we've been producing and trying to sell. Um, I was going to give y'all a little walk around of the roxor and kind of explain it a little bit for all those guys out there that had some questions. So this is it. We've only done the spring over axle lift on there. It's on 36 terminators, custom wheels. We made those too. But a lot of the questions coming about is, where do you have to grind? So right here on the lower diff, this is on the passenger side, there's a U-bolt right here that goes back on there, and you can see the block. You just have to grind a little bit of the cast iron right here to get that to fit, as well as the round part of the cast iron where the block fits on there. The whole grinding process probably takes a good 15 minutes. It's not hard. You just have to keep putting the block on and off a few times to make sure it's going to fit right, and then bolt down square. Now you can see the other side, it's a little easier. So as well as drilling holes, you got to drill a hole in the pitman arm to allow that bolt to fit. That's a 5/8 bolt, so you're just resizing the hole basically. Same thing over here on the knuckle. We're just resizing that so the bolt can fit, and over here on the knuckle. So on the front shackles, they're 2 inches longer than stock. We didn't go any farther than that because we didn't want to upset the caster too much, make it drive good, So it's still happy on that part of it. We'll move on to the back. The back doesn't have any shackles or anything. They're stock. What we've got back here is just the perch relocation block, and you can see that we put a relief hole in there so that the brake lines can just run right through. So on the rear, you don't have to take the brake lines off at all. And on the front, that's the shock, I'm sorry. It's in the stock location. We just welded a boss to that block. Another thing on the blocks is that they're 6 inches long. So you're going from a 3-inch spring perch to a 6-inch long spring perch. It's kind of by design because that's supposed to help with the axle wrap that everybody's worried about on these. So as well as that, on here we send you some longer brake lines so you can hook that right back up, and it's the factory shot in the factory location and the factory sway bar link. So pretty much all you're doing is moving that U-bolt plate from the bottom of the spring to the top, putting the axle underneath the spring instead of on top of it. Still maintains the factory ride, factory stretch. On the articulation, it still does everything it could do from the factory. It depends on what size tire you get on here as to how much, if you're going to rub or not, in the wheel wells and whatnot, but it sets pretty good. I wanted to throw a measuring tape on here so y'all could see this is the bottom of the rocker, about mid-door, and it's about 30 inches from the floor to the bottom of the rocker. So there's that. Also, if anybody's interested in a cool top for these, I got the Pro Box top, and it rocks out. Those guys are really good at what they do. Good quality. Everything works great. Got the lights up there. It's got a LED light in the rear. So definitely a good product. So there's your little walk around. If you guys have any more questions or anything, any concerns, feel free to message me. I try to answer them as fast as possible. We've been kind of busy with these things. I've been designing and putting the slip together for about 3 months now. So yeah, y'all, just give me a message if you got any questions. Thank you.